Hey, what's up, guys? I want to welcome you to one of our beginner classes. Now, a beginner class means two things. One, we're going to be building each movement as we build the flow. So there's no prior knowledge or experience necessary to be successful with this class. Two, it also means that we'll be beginning with some wrist prep or movements that we call wrist mobilizations. If this is one of your first classes, just know that if you feel too overly fatigued or stressed at any point throughout the class, you can always pause, take a longer rest duration, and then jump back in whenever you're ready. Just so you know, we will have our hands and feet in contact with the ground the entire time. So be aware that your body will adapt as you have more exposure to the animal flow practice. So if you can't make it all the way through this first class, it's okay. Come back whenever you're ready. All right, so with that being said, let's begin our wrist mobilizations. So we're going to start with something called our magnetic wrists. And all that means is we'll pretend that we have a magnetic bracelet on each one of our wrists, and those two bracelets want to stay together the entire time. So we'll start with the palm side of our wrist together. We're going to bring the thumbs across the hand. Then we'll begin to rotate one hand around the other as we straighten the elbows. The fingers are splayed out as we bring the inside of the wrist together. From here, we'll sweep the fingers down, bringing the back side of the wrists or back side of the hands together. And then we'll find the pinky side of our wrists, splaying the thumbs out. And then we'll continue in that direction for 2 more rounds. So thumbs come across, we straighten the elbows, back of the hands, fingers sweep down. We find the pinky side of our wrists, thumbs out, and then one more. From here, we'll simply reverse. So we go pinky side of the hands together, back of the hands together, sweeping the fingers down. Straighten the arms, finding the thumb side of the wrists, base of the palms. And continue. One more round. Okay, so now let's go into our wrist rolls. As a reminder, we always want to stay out of painful ranges. So if you find a particular angle or range that feels pinchy or painful, cut the movement just shy of that discomfort. So hands together, we'll begin to roll one hand over the other. And we want this to be as fluid as possible. We're concentrating on our breath. We're concentrating on the fluidity of our wrists rolling around each other. Keeping our fingers clasped, but not gripping too hard. Go ahead and switch directions. Okay, from here we're going to go into something we call our wrist waves. So we'll go palms down, fingers still connected. We'll lift the right elbow, allowing the wave to transition through the same side wrist, through the hands, and eventually out to the opposite elbow, leveling out the forearms. We'll continue with the right side. And then from here, we'll go into left elbow, leading the wave. And relax. So for our last wrist position, we want to introduce something that we call our wrist relief position. So all that means is we take the back of the hands together, fingers down. So at any point throughout this class, if you're feeling a lot of fatigue in your wrists or discomfort, just take a break and find this position. This, again, is our wrist relief position. Okay, so if you want a longer duration wrist mobilization class, we do have a full 15-minute video. Or just know that every time before you begin your animal flow practice, you'll at least perform this sequence. All right, guys, I hope you guys are ready. Are you guys ready? All right, let's get started with our beginner flow class. Okay, so here's the flow that we're going to be building. And that's it. So I'm going to grab Freya and Dane. They're going to be joining us for this class. We'll get started on the ground and set up our crab position. You guys ready? All right. Okay, so let's set up in our crab position. So whenever we're setting up in crab, we're going to look at our feet and our knees, make sure we're hip width apart. We're going to place our hands, fingers pointing behind us. In order for us to find our midpoint in crab, we'll slide hips all the way to heels, slide hips all the way to hands, find the midpoint between those 2 points, pull the shoulder blades back in together, then drive them down, lifting the hips 1 inch from the ground. From here, if my eyes are focused on the horizon, I'm going to look just towards the rising sun. So as if the sun has just broken over the horizon, tilting my head back just slightly. So this is our crab position. Let's set that up 2 more times. So everyone just relax. Let's slide hips to heels. Slide hips to hands. Find midpoint, shoulder blades back in together. Drive down, lifting the hips roughly 1 inch from the ground. Eyes to the rising sun. And lock it in. Good. One more time. So hips to heels, hips to hands, find midpoint, shoulder blades back in together, drive down, lifting the hips roughly 1 inch from the ground, eyes to the rising sun, and hold. And relax, guys. Cool. So for our first movement, this is called an underswitch tap. Underswitch meaning the leg is always traveling underneath the body. Tap meaning we're just going to tap the floor before coming back. So if I set back up in crab, and you guys can join me here. If I call out left leg underswitch tap, I'm going to lift my left foot and the right hand at the same time. So we're trying to keep the foot and the hand very close to the ground, not touching. Then let's switch. So let's drop the hand and foot. Let's lift the opposite hand and foot. Eyes still towards the rising sun, proud chest, and drop. Let's do the same thing, left foot, right hand. Drop. Right foot, left hand. Drop. And relax, guys. Okay, so we're building our underswitch tap. We have the first part, which is the opposite hand and foot. We call that a contralateral limb lift. So now we're going to do something that we call pressing on the gas. So guys, go ahead and set crab again. So when I say press on the gas, that simply means I'm going to lift the heel of my base foot. So if I say left leg underswitch, I'm automatically going to lift my left foot, right hand. Then if I say push on the gas, I lift the right heel and pause. Eyes still towards the rising sun. And then I'm just going to come back to start. Right leg underswitch tap, lift your right foot, left hand, push on the gas. Back to start. Left leg underswitch tap, lift the left foot, right hand, push on the gas. Bring it back. And last one, right leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, and come back. All right, so now we have to add in the rotation. So I'll still go through the call out of lift, calling out left or right leg underswitch, push on the gas, then we'll start to rotate. The leg always travels underneath the body, so we'll begin to rotate, but we're not going to touch the ground yet, guys. So we're just going to begin the rotation, then we'll come back. So set crab, eyes towards the rising sun, left leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, bring your traveling arm and leg in towards your midline or towards your body. Begin to rotate, look at the ground, pause, bring it back. Let's do that same thing on the opposite side. So right leg underswitch tap, lift right foot, left hand, push on the gas, pull the arm and leg in, begin to rotate, pause, bring it back. One more time each side. So left leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, arm and leg come in towards the body, begin to rotate, pause, bring it back. Right leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, traveling arm and leg in towards the body, and bring it back. Awesome, guys. So now we're going to finish the entire sequence by touching the floor. The reason it's called tap is because we're going to touch the floor lightly with the traveling hand and foot. So we're just tapping the ground, and then we're reversing the movement back to crab. So just to let you know what it looks like as an entire piece, left leg underswitch tap, bring it back. So let's do that. Cool? So we'll go through that same sequence. So crab, eyes towards the rising sun, left leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, streamline the rotation by bringing the traveling arm and leg in, tap the floor, bring it back. Right leg underswitch tap, lift, push on the gas, streamline the rotation, tap, bring it back. Left leg under switch, tap, lift, push on the gas. Tap. Bring it back. Right leg under switch, tap, lift, push on the gas. Tap. Bring it back. And one more each side. Left leg under switch, tap. Right leg under switch, tap. And bring it back. Cool, nice job, guys. All right, so we have our first movement, which is the under switch tap. For our next movement, we're going to do a similar motion, meaning we'll start off with the leg traveling underneath the body, but this time we're going up into what we call a scorpion reach. And so we'll break it down into smaller pieces again, but we're going to start off by putting our backs to you guys. So we'll set in crab. If I were to do a left leg under switch to scorpion reach, I'll lift my left foot, right hand, push on the gas, begin to transition through the window. Now, drop the hand and plant it. Allow the pointed toes of the left foot to continue out and up. Now, at this point, all I want you to do is think about getting the traveling leg high, keeping the toes pointed, and we're looking back towards our base leg. From here, we just want to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, closing that space between the shoulder and the ear. Now, let's reverse this. Coming back through the window, I have to lift the hand to get through the window. Find crab. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. I lift, I push on the gas. Right leg travels underneath, toes pointed. I plant the hand. I bring my head down between the arms. I'm looking back at the base leg. Now, here's where I can go through a checklist. 1, the base heel is high off of the ground. 2, the base heel is rotated outward. 3, the base knee is soft, it's not locked out. The upper shin is pulling towards the ceiling with the toes pointed. And then from here, I simply reverse. Through the window, I lift the hand to get through the window. I find crab. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. I lift, I push on the gas. Bring the traveling arm and leg in towards the midline. Plant the hand, hips go high. Leg travels out and around. The top position, shrug the shoulders towards the ears. I look at the heel. I can see it's rotated outward. I can see it's high off the ground. I can see that the base knee is slightly bent. I'm trying to pull the shin up towards the sky as I drive the shoulders towards the ears. Now, left leg under switch brings me back. I have to lift the right hand so I can get through the window. And so let's do one more each side. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Lift, push on the gas. Travel through the window. Circular pattern. Toes draw the circle. I'm looking at the base leg. I can see the heel is high. It's rotated outward. The base knee is soft. The upper shin pulls towards the ceiling as I shrug the shoulders towards the ears. Right leg under switch brings me back. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Lift, push on the gas. Plant the hand. Toes draw the circle out, up, and around. I find that peak position. Shin towards the sky. Shoulders towards the ears. Base heel high off the ground. Base knee slightly bent. And then left leg under switch brings me back. Through the window. Find crab, eyes towards the rising sun. And relax, guys. Awesome. So now we know our first two movements. So we know an under switch tap, and we know the under switch to scorpion reach. So now let's put those together, shall we? Cool. So let's set crab. Let's go left leg under switch tap. So lift, push on the gas, tap the ground with the traveling hand and foot, bring it right back. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Lift, push on the gas. The toes draw the circle out, up, and around. Find that peak position. Pause. Right leg under switch brings me back. Same thing, opposite side leads. So let's go right leg under switch tap. Lift, push on the gas, streamline the rotation. Tap the ground, bring it back. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Lift, push on the gas, plant the hand. Toes draw the circle. Shin pulls towards the sky, shoulders towards the ears. Base knee is soft, heels rotated outward and high. Left leg under switch. Okay, and relax, guys. Cool. So now we know how the sequence is starting to build. We're starting to put the pieces together. So we know the underswitch tap. We know the underswitch to scorpion reach. All we have to do now is learn how to do an underswitch to loaded beast. So the best way to learn a loaded beast is from static beast. So let's go ahead and plant the hands shoulder width. Look at the knees, make sure they're roughly hip width, and we're going to bring the knee just in front of the hip. So if I were to draw a straight line from my belly button down to the floor, that should be roughly where my knees intersect. From here, I'm just simply going to lift the knees 1 inch from the ground. In order to set loaded beast, I'm just going to push the hips back towards the heels, allowing the knees to flare. Now notice the knees are still roughly 1 inch from the ground. Okay, so let's do that 2 times. So shoulders back over the wrists. And push the hips back towards the heels, allowing the knees to flare, keeping them close to the ground. And again, shoulders over wrists. And drive them back towards the heels, allowing the knees to flare. And then relax. So from here, all we have to do is set the hands. So what I'm going to do is once I get the hips towards the heels, I'll begin to slide or walk the hands forward. I want to get to the points where my head is between my arms, it's not through my arms or above my arms. Once I get here, I'll drive the shoulders towards the ears, just like we did in the scorpion reach. Knees are going to be 1 inch from the floor. Okay, so let's set beast. Push the hips back towards the heels. Walk or slide the hands forward. Good. Now, shoulders towards the ears. Pull the knees out wide and hold. And relax. Good. So let's do that 2 more times. So set beast. Set loaded beast, driving the hips back towards the heels. Walk or slide the hands forward, dropping the head down between the arms, not through or above. Shrug the shoulders towards the ears, pull the knees out, and hold. And relax. Okay, reposition, set beast. Set loaded beast, hips back towards heels. Walk or slide the hands forward. Shoulders find the ears, knees pull away from each other. Hold. And relax. Cool. So now all we have to do is underswitch into loaded beast. So if we set up in crab again, facing this way, and I perform a left leg underswitch into loaded beast, I lift left foot, right hand, push on the gas, find the ground, now push hips back, slide or walk hands forward. And relax. Let's do that again. To the right side, set crab. Right leg underswitch to loaded beast. Lift, push on the gas. Through the window, find the hand and foot to the ground. Push hips back, slide or walk hands forward to loaded beast. Good. 1 more to each side. Set crab. Left leg underswitch to loaded beast. Lift, push on the gas. Streamline the rotation. Find the hand and foot, push back, slide or walk forward to loaded beast. And let's do that again. Opposite leg leads, set crab. Right leg underswitch to loaded beast. Lift, push on the gas. Through the window, find the hand and foot to the ground. And set loaded beast. Awesome. Okay, let's do the entire flow up to that point. You guys ready? Awesome. Okay, set crab. Left leg, underswitch tap. So lift, push on the gas. Streamline the rotation. Tap the ground. Bring it back. Right leg, underswitch to scorpion reach. Lift, push on the gas. Toes draw the circle. Plant the hand, hips go high. Shin towards the sky, shoulders towards the ears. Base foot rotated outward from the heel. Soft knee. And right leg underswitch brings me back. Now, let's perform that left leg underswitch to loaded beast. So lift, push on the gas. Set loaded beast. Nice work, guys. Okay, so from the top, opposite leg leads. So set crab. Right leg underswitch tap. Left leg underswitch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Okay, guys, set crab again. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Left leg leads. So left leg under switch tap. Go. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Right leg under switch brings me back. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. And relax. Okay, so again, with the right leg leading, set crab. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch brings me back. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. All right. Great job, guys. Great job to everyone at home. So now all we have to do is learn something we call a wave unload. So the word wave is going to be very beneficial to you when performing this movement. So we're thinking about a wave rolling through the spine, both there and back. So our wave unload will begin in loaded beast, and we're going to chunk it or build the movement as we go, as we have been. So let's go ahead and set loaded beast. The first thing that we'll do, with the shoulders towards the ears and knees 1 inch from the ground, we're first going to lift the hips up towards the sky. So heels are not going to the ground, they're staying high. We find a full extension or full straightening of the knees, tailbone up towards the sky, shoulders towards the ears, looking at the feet. This is what we call our peak position. This is where our wave begins. So go ahead and come back and return to loaded beast. If you need to take a break, you can. Otherwise, let's go right back up into that second rep of that peak position. And bend the knees, returning to loaded beast. And last one, here we go, up to peak position. Long spine, tailbone towards the sky, shoulders towards the ears, and come back down to start. And relax, guys. So from here, we have to begin our flexion wave, and all that means is that we're flexing the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest, creating tension throughout the entire front part of the body, so we're flexing our body. From there, we're going to watch that roll forward, then we'll drop the hips down, and we'll start to extend through the spine, building tension on the back side of the body. The very last thing we're going to do is bring the eyes up to the sky, then we're simply going to reverse it. So I'll call out or I'll walk you through it. Here we go. Let's set loaded beast. Let's lift the hips, finding that peak position. Pause. Tuck your chin tightly towards your chest. Round your back by flexing your abs. Keep that tension flexed. Allow the shoulders to travel in front of the wrists. Pause. Start to squeeze those glutes as you drop the hips down towards the ground. Still keeping the chin towards the chest. From here, open up the chest, pulling the shoulder blades back, in together, and down into the ground. From here, we go eyes to the sky. And when I say reverse, we tuck the chin again, and we push into the ground, allowing the wave to lift the hips. We find the peak position again, nice long spine, shoulders towards the ears, tailbone to the sky, bend the knees coming back down to start. And relax. So notice I keep the toes tucked under the entire time. And again, the eyes towards the sky, the very last thing that we do, we tuck our chin to begin the wave, coming back, pressing the ground away, pressing the shoulder blades apart. All right, let's do that again. Set loaded beast. And wave unload. So lift, find that peak position, tuck the chin tight, allow that wave to roll forward, start to squeeze the glutes, building the tension on the back side of the body, opening up the chest, shoulder blades back and down, eyes to the sky. Return to loaded beast, tuck the chin. Drive the shoulder blades apart, allowing the wave to lift the hips. Find that peak position again, and slowly bend the knees, coming back down to start. Whew. Nice work, guys. Okay, so now all we have to do is add that to our flow. So let's start in crab. And from the top, left leg under switch, tap. Lift, push on the gas. Tap, bring it back. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Right leg under switch brings me back. And left leg under switch to loaded beast. Okay, here we go. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Nice job, guys. Okay, let's reset. Lead with the right leg. Crab positions. And right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch brings me back. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. And wave unload. Return to loaded beast. And relax, guys. Whew. Great job. Dane, Freya, you guys are awesome. Well done to everyone at home. So all we have to do now is add in our side kick through, followed by something called a jumping side kick through. So side kick through, we're going to set it up, break it down, build it movement by movement. We will start in a beast position, which you guys already know. So if we start in beast facing this direction, a side kick through, just so you know, looks like this. So it will begin like an under switch. So if I say right leg side kick through, lift your right foot, left hand, pause. Now begin to rotate, but look with your eyes towards your base foot. What we're looking for is the toes lining up at a perpendicular angle to the fingers. Once we see that, we can drop the heel and bring the eyes up. In order to get back, we'll simply push on the gas and come back to start, which is beast. Same thing the opposite side, left leg side kick through, lift left foot, right hand, look at your right foot right now. See those toes forming a 90-degree angle to the hand. Drop the heel, drop the butt, push on the gas, bring it back. And right leg side kick through, lift. Through the window, look for the toes. Drop the heel, hips low, eyes up. Push on the gas, bring it back. Left leg side kick through, lift. Look for the foot. Drop the heel, hips low, eyes up. Push on the gas, bring it back. Okay, and relax, guys. So now that we can see our foot alignment, that's our green light to kick the leg. Whenever we kick the leg in side kick through, point the toes, we rotate outwardly from the hip, meaning the kneecap is shooting out this way. And we're going to do something we call opening the sling, which means elbow pulling away. In the open sling position, the palm should be away from the face, back of the hand close to the cheek. So this is the position I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and set beast again. And we'll actually do the side kick through from the start. So beast positions, right leg side kick through, lift, look for the foot. Drop the heel, drop the hips. Straighten the leg, pointing the toes, open the sling. Push on the gas, bring it back. Left leg side kick through, lift, look for the foot. Drop the heel, drop the hips, point the toe, open the sling. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through. Drop the heel, drop the hips. Point the toe, open the sling. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through. Push on the gas and come back. And relax, guys. So if that's our side kick through, we can very easily transition into what we call a jumping side kick through. So I have to first be in a side kick through before I can jump to the opposite leg side kick through. So just as a demo, if I'm in right leg side kick through and I say jump to left leg side kick through, I need to jump and land on this foot, allowing this foot to hover just above the ground. So it's going to look like this. Right leg side kick through, jump to left leg side kick through. I look for the foot. I hover this foot. Then I can go through the window. Jump to right leg side kick through, look for the foot. Knee is roughly an inch above the ground. This foot's floating. I go through the window. Okay, so let's practice a couple jumping side kick throughs. So set beast. Let's go right leg side kick through. Look for the foot. Point the toe, open the sling. Jump to left leg side kick through. Look for the foot, pausing in the middle. Take it through the window. Jump to right leg side kick through. Look for the foot. Go through the window. Jump to left leg side kick through. Look for the foot. Through the window. Jump to right leg side kick through. Look for the foot. Through the window. And last one, jump to left leg side kick through. And relax, guys. Cool. So now we have all the components for the flow. The very last thing that we want to add in is something we call slide 2. So you may have noticed in the beginning part of this class, I demonstrated the flow where I slid from loaded beast to a static beast position. Now, we have a couple of options. If this is your first time doing animal flow, you might want to keep both feet on the ground. So that means when I slide, I go from here to here. If I feel like I want a little bit more of a technical challenge, I can try keeping one foot on the ground, floating the other. So for example, if I were to slide to a right leg side kick through, I'm going to keep my left foot in contact with the ground, float my right. So from loaded beast, I slide. Now I have an open window to take the side kick through. So let's try a couple slides. You can either keep both feet on the ground or just keep the one foot on the ground. And we'll just alternate between the two, okay, or between the two side kick throughs. So if I'm in loaded beast, I'm going to slide to right leg side kick through. So that means I'm floating this foot if I want to. Otherwise, both feet stay in contact with the ground. Ready? Set loaded beast. Slide 2. Right leg side kick through. Okay, let's reset in loaded beast. We'll do that same thing again, but to the opposite side. So here we go. Slide 2. Left leg side kick through. Set loaded beast. One more each side. Let's slide 2, right leg side kick through. Set loaded beast again. Let's slide 2, left leg side kick through. Here we go. And relax, guys. So now all we have to do is build the entire flow. So we just put it all together. We're going to go through the entire flow to each side for one round. Then we'll take a little break, and we'll do the entire thing again, 2 rounds. You guys ready? All right, let's do it. Set crab. Left leg under switch tap. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Right leg under switch brings me back to crab. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Slide 2, right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Look for the foot. And set crab. All right, same exact thing, opposite leg leading. Let's go right leg, under switch, tap, go. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch brings me back. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. And wave unload. Return to loaded beast. And slide 2, left leg side kick through. Jump to right leg side kick through. And set crab. Well done, guys. Great work. Great work to everyone at home. So that's our entire flow performed to both sides. Remember, if this is one of your first classes, you can always pause, take longer breaks if needed. We're going to go through that entire flow again 2 more times, so that's 2 times to each side. Okay, hope you're ready. You guys ready? Here we go. Set crab. Left leg, under switch tap. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Right leg under switch brings me back to crab. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Slide 2, right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Set crab. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Slide to left leg side kick through. Jump to right leg side kick through. Set crab. Okay, one more time each side. Here we go. Left leg under switch tap. Right leg under switch to scorpion reach. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Slide 2, right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Set crab. Last time, here we go, guys. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch to scorpion reach. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave unload. Return to loaded beast. Slide to left leg side kick through. Jump to right leg side kick through. And set crab. And relax. Awesome job, Freya, Dane. Awesome job to everyone at home. So that's our entire flow. Feel free to continue to practice this flow, rewind, go through the call-outs again as many times as you'd like. Practice it throughout the week for the next couple of weeks. Remember, how you use these classes, completely up to you. But again, I do want to mention If this seems like a little bit too much to start with, you can always do as much or as little as you want. You can always come back. Again, you will adapt as you have more exposure to this practice. So again, hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you, Dane. Thank you, Freya. Thanks everyone at home. We'll see you real soon.